being Wednesday, it is fitting that my guest today is a young, phenomenal, upcoming artist. Her name is Kyla, and she is a powerhouse in herself, multifaceted songwriter, producer, dancer, singer. Is there an artistic element you don't hold?
It's literally just on the music side, so yeah.
That's plenty. That's a lot more than others.
It's more than enough.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, So you grew up in Bulawayo?
No, actually. I grew up in Harare.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
and then
I moved to Bulawayo when I was younger.
So when you moved, at what point did you move?
I was starting out high school, so yeah, maybe Form 2, 3.
Form 2 and 3 there. Had you already discovered the artistic musical side of you by the time you shifted?
Yes, I mean, I come from a family of singers.
Really?
Yeah, but I was always the one beatboxing in the kitchen whilst everyone else was singing. I always felt like they were, yes, I always felt like they were better at it than I was, so I would just be there being the instrument.
How many are you?
4 girls.
And they all sing?
Yes.
Are you the first, last, where you placed?
I'm the third, middle child.
Oh, now, yeah, okay, there we go. There come the instruments, middle child. Okay, so you grew up in this household. It's a musical household. Now, why I was asking about where you grew up, is because there's also a artistic shift that happens between Harare and Bulawayo. You then become, exposed to a different element of the arts in itself. What was it when you moved to Bulawayo that kind of introduced you to the arts there?
I guess it was the fact that I come from a family of singers kind of means it's always going to be in me. And when you're like about to finish high school is when you're trying to figure out what do I actually want to do? If I'm going to go to college or varsity, what am I actually going to do? And my mom's older brother is a music director. So I was like, you know what? I want to teach music. So I went to him and he was like, yeah, you know what? That would be cool. I started going to Zimbabwe Academy of Music for a while, and yeah, that was the plan, to be a music director. Yeah. But then as I was there, I thought, you know what? I think I actually want to sing, because I realized I'm pretty good at writing. So yeah, I thought, you know what?
And how did you build your confidence? I mean, you're coming from a space where you're saying, I felt as though they were better at it than I was. How did you then get out of your own head and say, no, you know what, I actually can hold my own?
I actually started out in a band. I used to play keys, and I was a backup singer in a band. And my uncle was the director of the band. So he would take us to like pubs, yes. I've just spilled that beans. Sorry, Mom.
It's fine, it's done.
So he would like take us to pubs or like whenever there was like events and there would be like a lot of people, and he would say, sing, you need to sing. So I guess that's kind of how it worked.
So
I'm still working on it, but yeah, it did.
Was this an all-girl band?
Yes, it was.
Mixed band?
It was an all-girl band.
How did you find your feet in that band? Apart from your uncle pushing you, I mean, how did you also start to find your voice? Because again, the dynamic is pretty similar to home. It's all girls. You're looking at maybe.
Yeah, well, there was only like 3 singers, so it wasn't as bad as home.
She says it's like there's 50 million at home.
No, because really at home, besides the 4 of us, my mom and her sisters can sing. My grandma can sing.
It literally
my dad can hold a note. So yeah, it was like a whole choir. Every time we met up, it was like choir, and it was like, okay, I'll just stick to doing the beats. So yeah. And then when I got into the band, it wasn't as difficult not that at home they didn't want to hear me. I guess it's just that I felt like I should just be quiet.
Right.
But at the band, it was besides the fact that we had the fact that we had different music interests, like everyone was allowed to be like, this is what I want to do, this is what we want to sing.
This is my space.
Yeah. But as time went on, I realized, the music we're doing here really is not what I want to do. So that's why I then left.
Okay. Oh, well, I was about to lead to that next. Okay, what was the evolution from band to solo artist? How did you transition? How did you find the transition? And how long did it take you to actually make up your mind?
I see. Well, firstly, I was the youngest, so it was pretty easy when it came to that, because I felt like the music that they wanted to play was a lot more. I don't know how to say this.
It wasn't your thing.
It wasn't my thing. Yeah, yeah. So that was already in my mind, and I don't know. I just really wanted to do something different.
Right.
So whatever opportunity came my way, I was like, and then I met. I remember I was actually modeling at the time as well, and I met this friend of mine now, who was actually friends with a producer. And he was like, he just took me to the studio, and I found him, the producer, making beats, and I was like, okay.
Let's try this.
Thank you, God.
That's my cue to exit. I love that. Now, I like that you say you wanted to do something different, because you really do have a unique, very different sound. How did you come up with that sound, or was it also something you just kind of flowed into?
I think it's something that I just flowed into. It's not something I sat down and thought, I want to sound different. So it just happened. Yeah, it
You're
just
like, okay,
happened.
happy coincidence, I'll keep you.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping you.
What are some of the things that influence your sound?
Movies.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
I really like, I don't know, you know how when you're watching a movie and they play a track, there's something about what the track does to you, like the feeling it gives you. Because you can just watch the movie and they're talking and there's no music in the back, and it's still, it still moves you in a way. But when they play the background music, it just gives you this, it makes you feel like you're part of the film. And yeah, I just want people who listen to my music to envision a whole movie.
Oh, wow. See, that's an interesting angle. I'd never heard it that way. That's really quite interesting. Now, speaking of movies, I've watched a couple of your trailers, a couple of your songs, and the lyric videos. And they kind of do have like an emotive element to them as well. And you're looking at the animation that's going on, and I get where you're going with it.
Yeah.
Which then leads me to the latest release, D&D. Who's disturbing you?
Everyone is asking me who is disturbing you. It's literally in the past now, guys. I know I just brought it back with the song, but
It's your own fault.
yeah, it kind of is. But it's not just for me, honestly, it's for everyone else who is in a position where they feel like they can't
Breathe.
yeah, they can't breathe, they can't move, they need peace. And it's like living life on D&D.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. How do you feel about the space you're in now?
I feel good. I feel good. I feel like I'm really taking off. It's like how Nati O says, Wakawanda's really loading. Like, yeah, a lot of shit's loading.
I love it. I love it. Oh, you know what? Thank you so much for sitting down with us this morning. And we do wish you the best. We will be following that journey. It's an exciting one to be on for us as well. So we will be watching you, and we will be taking notes. But for now, we live life on D&D. Here's a look at Kyla's work.
Miss me, do I look like a shawty? Mixing drinks for party. Nothing know what they do at the party. But I know I'm never gonna get a sorry. And if I accept what's next, I go on the show, no double part of but my money. I'm gonna be a little cloudy. And it's giving toxicity. Heart get a little crowded. Crowded with pain, with pain. If you're insecure, don't you blame me. You've been on the road doing plenty. Now I block and delete, no more friendly. Yeah, yeah, I do not disturb. Do not disturb. Do not disturb. Do not disturb. rock the boat. Yeah, picking me up in a red taxi, act the way you wanna go. Didn't have a mind of your own, but I didn't care. I still let you rock this boat. Yeah, love me right. You could never love me right. You could never hold me or console me without telling lies. Love me right. You could never love me right. Now you want the old me, but the old me's gone. And through it all the lies, your memory a little cloudy, and it's giving toxicity. Heart get a little crowded with pain, with pain. If you're insecure, don't you blame me.